One Piece Chapter 1105. The Height of Folly, and with a series like One Piece that is ambitious across all chapters, what is the stupidest thing someone has ever done? The cover page features Carrot serving soup. Do you think she's a good cook, or is she just trying it out? Back on Egghead, the Marines are running for the harbor now that a buster call has been ordered. They've gotten a lot less professional and organized, now, they are screaming in fear. It's hard to blame them for that, though. The whole island is about to be blown to bits by their own side. Most of them don't even know why this has been ordered since they weren't in the town center when the battle was going on. They're just doing what they're told, and most of the crews manage to board the dock ships without resistance. Vice Admiral Du tries to tell Street Saturn and Kizaru to clear out too, but even with the alarm blaring, Saturn flat out says that they are going to stay on the island even with it getting blown up. They are not looking concerned. That makes sense for Kizaru, he's a Logia user who can fly thanks to his devil fruit. Saturn can heal fast, but he should still sink if his Yuki form comes from a devil fruit. He will sink even faster unless he's expecting Kizaru to carry him off the island. He's probably got some kind of transportation ability, a way to reverse the summoning maybe. Whatever might be going on, who doesn't know what her two superiors are thinking. She tries to object, wanting to keep them both safe, but Kizaru insists that she go. For once, he is acting professionally. He's looking totally serious, and Du doesn't try to argue with him. This is not a guy open to discussion. Now, if Kizaru happens to betray Street Saturn, no one will be around to see it. Vega Punk can't understand why Saturn would order a buster call on Egghead. He can understand the logic of wanting to kill him, even if he doesn't agree with it. But Egghead, the island, is full of cutting-edge scientific research, a ton of prototypes, and factories to make more devices. It is a tropical island in the middle of winter, a wonder in and of itself. Destroying it would hurt the whole world. Vega Punk actually tries to beg Street Saturn to reconsider. He calls on Kizaru, his old friend who can't even look him in the eyes anymore. The longer this fight goes on, the clearer it is that Kizaru does not want to be here. But Saturn is not budging. He throws out the idea that Vega Punk could still be hiding something that would hurt the world government. Plus, he's decided that the world doesn't need further advancement, and he's got a point. Putting technology and data into the hands of the people makes it harder for an authoritarian government to hold on to its power. They can share news without oversight, they can fight back against their enemies. It's like the old saying goes, God created man, but drive. Vega Punk made them equal, or something like that. Vap Punk hangs his head, trying to plead for his technology and the many ways it could help serve humanity. This island is everything he has always wanted, a glimpse of what technology can do for people's lives. And that reminds Saturn, the old demon spider, has a story to share. He knows about the ship Vap Punk used to try and evacuate the island's workers. They were supposed to have gotten out before the marine blockade hit, but Saturn still saw them leave. He's ordered a warship to split off from the main force, hunt down the innocent civilians, and kill them all. Vega Punk is too shocked to know what to say. Saturn digs the knife in deeper. With everything that's happened, it's only natural to guess that some other people on board knew about the Void Century. This is just him being cautious. Vega Punk finally found his words again. He is furious, yelling at Saturn for what he's done. None of those workers have committed a crime, even by world government standards. This is just mass murder. Saturn's orders have made Egghead the most extreme buster call we have ever seen. In the past, buster calls did allow for innocents to get out cleanly. On Ohara, Spandam even made it clear to the villagers that they should get clear before the blast starts. Now, though, Saturn's gone full scorched earth. He's got no interest in leaving even one survivor. And he throws it back at the doctor. He's convinced that this was Vega Punk's crime. All their deaths are his fault for breaking the taboo against investigating the Void Century. He calls wanting to know so badly greedy. And at that, I guess Saturn really doesn't get Vap Punk's entire thought process. You'd expect him to call it idealistic, foolish, short-sighted, but selfish. He doesn't even understand a human perspective. Nothing Vega Punk did was for himself. Even his very first experiments back on Kakuri were focused on helping his community. The Marines are mostly off the island now. The whole lot of them boarding ship after ship. Only the pacifistas are being left behind. Soon, the whole area will be clear, ready for the bombardment to start. The Straw Hats aren't just sitting back and letting this happen, though. Frankie, Sanji, Punk Atlas, Kuma, and Bonnie have reached a vacuum rocket without a problem. Now that all the Marines have left and Saturn's busy gloating at Vega Punk, there isn't anyone to stop the Straw Hats. Bonnie, though, brings up the one problem with this escape. They've left Vega Punk behind. Sanji gives her his best, don't worry, grin. Splitting their forces isn't great, but Luffy did promise to get the old man off the island. And if anyone can save him from Saturn, it would be Sanji. Plus, a woman told him to, so, of course, he'll pull it off. Once the other four are safe on the rocket, Sanji rushes off, calling up Nami. This is getting too close for comfort. They're going to need to coordinate this. Things aren't going great on the Labo Stratum, and learning that they're about to be hit by a buster call does not help. Whoop and Chopper panic immediately. Robin's still unconscious, so it's Nami who takes charge and explains things to Sanji. Zoro and Rob Lucci are still fighting, though Jinbei is on his way to break that up. Even if Zoro wins, he'll need someone to guide him back to the ship. Lilith and Brook have managed to make a breakthrough. They've got the Sunny running over the cloud layer now, bringing it towards the evacuation point. All it took was using Brook's soul energy to freeze the cloud layer, that whole chill of the underworld effect. Even with Vega Punk's artificial clouds, there are still clouds, a bunch of evaporated liquid. The remaining semi-solid clouds will help support the frozen ones. Now, the Sunny is gliding over the ground like it's nothing, getting even.